Down across here, you can see it very clear, and this would have been the ditch down here.
Yeah.
800 years after it was built. And if so, the water level would have been higher, and maybe this was more like a pond at the time. We don't know. We just don't know. Settlement at Owasco Lake, which is one of the Finger Lakes. These Owasco people are your direct ancestors. All of the Iroquois peoples, the Haudenosaunee, and the people who are in western New York, which were not members of the Confederacy. There were several tribes here in the 1600s and late 1500s when the first missionaries came to try to live with them and convert them. And they had names for them, but we don't know the names of the people that were here per se. But the French had named a lot of these people. These were French Jesuits. And of course, they're the ones that came up with Seneca and Mohawk and those names too. The people that were here, though, right in this area, were called Wenro Horonon. And they were short term, they call them Wenro. And they had, at that time in the early 1600s, they had several villages in western New York area here. And then there were others towards Buffalo that they called the Erie. And they had others that they called the Cat Nation, Tobacco Nation. And then up around the top of Lake Ontario, other Iroquois people up there were called the Huron. They're all relatives of yours. If you're Seneca, Haudenosaunee, any of the people, because of conquest and absorption and marrying into other tribes and all that stuff, people moved around from tribe to tribe quite a bit. So this is in the 1200s, again, 40 generations back. So you can bet that they were relatives of anybody who's Haudenosaunee. If they had DNA from the people here and they checked blood across Mohawk and Oneida and everybody, they would find that these are direct ancestors. But we don't know exactly who their name was, because none of that had ever been really properly recorded.
But this was here before the Senecas.
Before?
The Senecas?
Yeah, this was here in the 1200s. Seneca started living in this area in 1650. After they drove the Wenro out, they decided to get rid of these neutral nation people because